This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing. Cool Green Clothing is a Baltimore-based clothing line that started back in 2018 and has been growing strong ever since. Make sure you follow Cool Green Clothing on Facebook and IG at Cool Green Clothing, and check out their website, coolgreenclothing.com, where you can find the latest cool green fashions and hats, women's apparel, and the latest men's collection. Remember, if you ain't coolin' and getting the green, you're in the way.
Hey, girl, come support, man. Come on now.
Hey, man, big love in the city, man. Stop in the trap on the board,
I'm going to support my brother, man, my black brother. The price is right. Treat yourself. Don't beat yourself.
Exactly.
Beat your feet down the street and get one of these cool green headbands. Do you understand what I'm saying, my man? Deuces, holla back, cool green dude.
Exactly. Man, let them know, man, what you love about that cool green.
If you're not cooling and getting the green, then you gotta get out the way. You know what it is.
Exactly, man. You know exactly, man. I couldn't have said it no better.
What is going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to smash that like button. Definitely watch the video to the end to hear the full story. Let's get right into it. Being young in certain environments is different. Most people as hoppers or teenagers don't have to worry about what's going on in their neighborhood, or will they be safe if they go sit on the porch. But when you are in the city that blocks and people are beefing and bloodthirsty for revenge, it's sad to say how some people move the whole neighborhood is a target. Sometimes I sit back and wonder, what could make a person open up fire on a group of people they don't even know? But on this episode of the Baltimore Way, I will try to explain that. Back in 2011, when three men decided they wanted to get some get back for their homie that was shot a few days earlier, at the time 29-year-old Danye Robinson, 21-year-old Antoine Mosley, and 18-year-old Derek Brown decided they wanted revenge at all costs. Allegedly, the friend of the men that was hit earlier was BGF and had some pull in his neighborhood. The three men circled a few blocks in the Darley Park area of East Baltimore, looking for who they thought was the shooter. But as the target wasn't nowhere in sight, they saw a group of young men sitting on the porch watching the NBA playoffs when allegedly shots were fired. Over 15 bullets struck the young men. As one hopped to another porch to get away, another fell on the sidewalk, but the third victim, Sean Johnson, just 12 years old at the time, unfortunately took 4 of the shots and would not survive. The other 2 victims would suffer injuries too. One of them was actually hit 9 times, but fortunately, he pulled through. The community was shocked and confused, as Sean was a regular young man and wasn't caught up in any street activity, or was any of the other young men. At first, after the incident, no one was talking, sticking to the code of silence. But BPD and some witnesses would start piecing together what happened. Allegedly, a man from a neighborhood crew called the Off Top Boys allegedly shot a big dub of the BGF. And after the shooters couldn't find the Off Top Boy, they decided to send a message to the neighborhood, not caring who was hit. Eventually, with phone records and testimonies, the 3 men were picked up for the shooting. Derek Brown told BPD he was at the scene and only was returning fire as someone on the porch started shooting at him first. But with ballistics at the scene, the story didn't add up. And Danye and Derek, what some say were half brothers, were both charged with the hit. As far as Antoine Mosley, the third man, sources allege he was in the conversations about the revenge plot and even went with them. But while looking for the target, he bopped off to talk to a friend and wasn't around when the shots went off. He would eventually testify during trial and receive 15 years in prison. As the other 2 went to trial to face a surviving victim and Sean Johnson's mother, the courtroom was quiet, but lawyers would try to paint a case of all circumstantial evidence. But with testimonies and witness statements, Danye Robinson and Derek Brown were both convicted of murder. Derek received life plus 115 years, and Danye received life plus 120 years. A 12-year-old boy and his friends paid the price for something they had nothing to do with. Just doing what teenagers do, hanging outside on the porch when they were ambushed. Rest in peace to Sean Johnson. I send my prayers and condolences to his family. More of this story, the code in the streets been gone. Because if it was still principles and morals in the streets, no grown man would hit a 12-year-old boy knowing he didn't do nothing. Revenge at what cost is the question. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story, you feel me? Like I said, man, rest in peace to the young man who lost his life, Sean Johnson. And the crazy thing about this, when I was doing my research or whatever, the alleged BGF member who they was retaliating for, he ended up getting jammed up on some unrelated cases after he got shot. And he actually even testified against them, against Danye and them, saying like, nah, I ain't sent them to do this, or saying, yeah, they was the shooters. So they had people testifying against them because I feel like people felt like it wasn't right. They said they walked up to the porch. They say the young man, just 12 years old, called for his mother. And they stated, shut up. You feel me? Come on now. You know what I mean? They already knew this wasn't the people they supposed to hit. But some people get so mad, they take it out on the whole community. They probably didn't even know the dude they was looking for. They young kids, they just on the porch watching the game. You thinking they safe. As a parent, you like, good. I got the TV set up. They watching the game. I can see them. They right there. And then you just hear shots. And that's messed up, man. And the other two victims, I think they said they went on, to work and do great things. But a 12-year-old boy lost his life. You feel me? 12 years old, had his whole life ahead of him. And this back in 2011. And I don't think they really thought this through. You feel me? I mean, I understand the other two people on the porch was 19. One of them was 19. So they probably thought, okay, he at least know something or know what's going on or know the dude we looking for. But I don't think they went about this situation right at all, man. It's just a messed up situation all around the board. You feel me? When people don't think and they think with their emotions, stuff like this happen. When you just want to retaliate and try to make a name for yourself, you ain't thinking about who you hurting. You ain't thinking about who you hitting. You feel me? That's like some young kid stuff. You know what I mean? For dude and them to be like 29, that old, that really don't make sense. You know what I mean? That's something hot to do, in my opinion. But yeah, man, messed up situation all around the board. But y'all definitely let me know what y'all think about this one, man. Leave your comments below. If you're new to the fam, be sure to subscribe, tap that notification bell for future uploads. Fam, y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know it's all love. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know this your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.